Welcome everyone to this August 5th edition of What's Happening in Crypto with the Crypto Lark, broadcasting to you from New Zealand and bringing you all of the latest from the crypto world and beyond. Today's top stories: High Time's initial public offering, Bitcoin mining on your TV, and Starbucks to accept Bitcoin. Let's just have a quick check into coin market cap here and see what's going on. It looks like the altcoin market today. Let's move on to our first big story. Coinbase Custody announces plans for 40 additional digital assets, including XRP. I'm sure the XRP fans out there will be loving this news. Now, that does not mean that Coinbase will be adding these digital assets for you to buy and sell with fiat. They're just simply letting their big business customers get involved here. Now, in order to use Coinbase Custody, you have to have a minimum of $10 million. It's a pretty serious investment. But if you have $10 million, you can now have Coinbase store things like your Ripple, EOS, Monero, Neo, Dash, Nem, VeChain, Tezos, Quantum, and on goes the list of new digital assets being offered for custodianship services over at Coinbase. Now, the more interesting Coinbase story today, though: Coinbase Commerce bringing crypto payment option to millions of online merchants. Now, Coinbase Commerce has been busy working as a payment provider and payment processor, trying to get more people using their service. This new announcement, though, a WooCommerce plugin. This will give millions of merchants the ability to accept cryptocurrencies. That is really big. That opens up cryptocurrencies, and particularly Coinbase Commerce, to millions of different merchants. Northern Trust opens their doors to cryptocurrency hedge funds as part of a pervasive blockchain expansion. Now, you may not have heard of Northern Trust before, so I'll just give you a quick background on who they are. They are a company that have $10.7 trillion in assets under custody and administration. Yeah, those guys are now getting interested in Bitcoin and Ethereum. So they have a select group of hedge funds that are betting on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and they'll be looking at more administration into that. That is really, really big. High Times, they're having an initial public offering. It's not an ICO, but an IPO, and they're going to be accepting Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, this is a first for initial public offerings to be accepting cryptocurrencies like that. High Times, cool magazine. Used to read it back in the day. But it's really cool to see them really breaking some new ground here, actually, and to have that crossover between the traditional world of the IPO and the new world of the ICO, and of course of cryptocurrency funding overall. Starbucks will accept Bitcoin later this year. This is a massive story. I'm going to read you the excerpt here. Starbucks is working with Microsoft on technology that would allow you to pay for your triple venti lattes with Bitcoin rather than cash. The two companies, along with Intercontinental Exchange and BCG, are partnering on a new company called Bakkt that would let both individuals and institutions buy, sell, store, and spend cryptocurrencies. This service is expected to launch in November. As the flagship retailer, Starbucks will play a pivotal role in developing practical and trusted and regulated applications for consumers to convert their digital assets into US dollars for use at Starbucks. That is a huge, huge story. There are so many Starbucks just in the USA. You think on a global scale, this is a monstrously big story. Starbucks, Microsoft, and the Intercontinental Exchange. Now, the Intercontinental Exchange is an interesting player here because the Intercontinental Exchange, or ICE, is the owner of the frickin' New York Stock Exchange, amongst others. That's actually one of their many holdings. Now, to see them coming out with something so big together is massive. And if it was just that news, I'd be like, wow, that's massive, but, you know, it's a Sunday. That's cool. But actually, they're taking it a step farther because Bakkt will also integrate with ICE's U.S. Futures Market and Clearinghouse to list a physically settled one-day Bitcoin futures product, physically settled in Bitcoin, not in cash. That is really, really big all around. Very exciting things happening in the Bitcoin market. And in fact, the New York Stock Exchange owner has come out and said that Bitcoin could be the first worldwide currency. I agree with him. However, the implications of Bitcoin being the first worldwide currency, when you look at the current price around $7,000, means that Bitcoin is going to be worth a lot more than $7,000 if indeed it does succeed at being the first worldwide currency. Canaan Creative to launch an Avalon mining television. Now, Canaan Creative is one of the biggest players in the Bitcoin mining hardware market. But to see them launching a television, 43-inch television, by the way, that will be mining Bitcoin is very, very interesting. Now, look, I'm not the biggest fan of television. In fact, I haven't watched TV in years, but that being said, a lot of people still do watch TV, and I'm sure a lot of you out there do watch TV as well. And imagine if you could be watching your favorite programs and mining Bitcoin at the same time. It's only a 2.8 terahash television, so you're not going to mine very much Bitcoin with your TV, but even a little bit is very interesting. And this actually starts a very interesting conversation around new appliances that'll actually help run the decentralized networks of the future of finance. Imagine that, by sitting around and watching, I don't know, the Game of Thrones on your television, you're actually helping to support a decentralized international network of finance. That's pretty cool, and that's powerful. That allows everyone to participate. Wanchain 2.0 featuring interoperability with Ethereum is live. Fantastic. Nice to see projects delivering. VeChain also with a massive partnership unveiling a drug and vaccine traceability solution for over 30 million people. That is really, really big. Now, having a look here at the actual crypto markets over on CoinMarketCap, we see Bitcoin is down 15.28% in the last 7 days, dipping below $7,000. A lot of the altcoins are being absolutely savaged. We are seeing altcoins at prices that I think a lot of people thought we would never actually see some of these altcoins at. Neo back to $26. We see, for example, VeChain way down as well. Quantum down to 622. Omise Go at $5. And so many, Icon below $1. So many cryptocurrencies have gone down so hard. And I think that is important to point out here because we're in a very tough time right now in terms of the market. I know a lot of people out there are really feeling the pinch, people who have been holding on to bags for a while, hoping that they're going to go back up in value at some point in the future. I remain very optimistic, even though this is a trying time to be holding on to cryptocurrencies. Look at all these amazing stories we covered today. There's so much happening. There's so much money coming in. There's so many bridges and roads and electric lines and all these different pieces of infrastructure being built for the cryptocurrency markets. That is incredibly encouraging. Even if today's price doesn't reflect all of that good news, the future of cryptocurrencies remains very bright indeed. It is this day-to-day noise that can really wreck you, and that is something to keep in mind. In terms of the global charts, we're seeing Bitcoin dominance at 48%. We are seeing all other coins dropping in relation. That means people are moving out of a lot of their altcoins, like Icon, for example, and moving over into Bitcoin. Of course, it's an interesting time to be doing that. I know a lot of people would be doing that at a loss, seeing Bitcoin, though, as the safer option in this tough market. Bitcoin, of course, is still worth 1 Bitcoin if you look at the Bitcoin valuations over here. However, we only see a few cryptocurrencies really having strong performance against Bitcoin at the moment. Most are down considerably in relation to Bitcoin. Stellar's down 11%. And we just go on and on down the list of seeing coins that have taken really big losses versus Bitcoin. And again, that is people potentially either just cashing out altogether and being just fatigued with the tough times in the market, or people that are moving over to Bitcoin thinking that, hey, we're going to see a Bitcoin ETF coming soon, or that all these partnerships are going to put more power into Bitcoin and take away some of the spotlight from these altcoins. But nevertheless, that does seem to be a bit of the trend at the moment. Anyway, before we finish up, just want to give one quick announcement. Make sure you come and join the live chat tomorrow, Monday, 2 p.m. New Zealand time. I am coming in only to answer your questions, so make sure you're bringing your questions along to the live chat, and I'll try to answer as many of those as I can during that 1 hour chat with you tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching today's episode. Let me know what you think about any of the news stories down below in the comment section. Thumbs up the video and share these videos around the internet to help our community grow. Join the conversation over on Twitter. Long live the blockchain, and peace out till next time.